I feel as though that allowed me to be the most NFL ready when it comes to this year. Being ready to go in the 2025 draft is going to the school that I went to. You don't take it lightly being starting quarterback at the University of Alabama. Everything that you're put into, the highs, the lows, everything as a whole, and it just makes you better as a quarterback. You know, to be able to lead a group, being able to be a two-time captain for the University of Alabama. Also, just the changes as well, being grounded. I say that one university. I didn't transfer to any other university where I could have. I could have went to any college that I wanted to.
Jalen Milroe's pro day at Alabama was everything we wanted to see and then some. And a lot of people, a lot of scouts were intrigued by his pure athleticism from the quarterback position. A lot of analysts said, yeah, he's going to probably run a 4.48, 4.49, 4.51. This dude ran a 4.37.
4.37? What did you like about that 40 yards?
So, you know, a lot of people want me to run. And I was in that process thinking if I'm going to run. And so I gave everybody what they wanted. And so my goal was getting the 4.3s. And so goal completed. And so that was first. And then secondly, be able to, show out in pro day.
Now, that wasn't it though. We got to see a much improved passing mechanics, better footwork, and all 32 NFL teams were here looking at Jalen Milroe. But there was one team that he was specifically very adamant about talking about. And in this video, we're going to break down not only some of his film, but I'm going to show you this massive hint that Jalen Milroe just leaked to the entire world. Before we dive into the video, comment down below, who do you think makes the most sense for Jalen Milroe? This dude is lightning in a bottle. If you can give him with a good QB coach, this could be a very dynamic quarterback in the NFL. Where do you think makes the most sense for him? Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's dive in.
But so that year coming down here, Jalen Hurts, whatever that was 4 or 5 years ago now, I mean, he was a 4th or 5th round draft pick for most teams. And we all know that he ended up going in the 2nd to Philly. And he's outplayed that even, right? But I think right now, Milroe, there's a pretty wide range on Jalen. I think somewhere in from late 1st to late 3rd, early 4th, depending on what team you talk to. So it's a pretty wide range, but he's ahead of where Jalen Hurts was, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, with the grade from late 1st to early 4th, this dude could quite literally end up anywhere in this year's NFL draft. But after the pro day, things changed a lot. We have NFL teams now saying this is a 1st round graded quarterback with, again, the potential to be the best quarterback in this draft class. Obviously, we've seen him get better and better and better throughout his collegiate career. But most impressively, the ability to go from the end of college to right now, you could tell. And again, there's no defense, but the accuracy was one of the biggest concerns. Dude, it looks different. This dude looks different. He completed 45 of 52 passes during a strong stretch of 17 completions in a row during the pro day. And a lot of people are like, okay, guys, there's no defense. What are we even talking about here? If you remember the combine, Will Howard, some of those guys, Dylan Gabriel, they couldn't hit a pass to save their life. And right when the pro day ended, he actually leaked some massive information that could tell us where he's about to go.
I just saw it was a great opportunity to build with the Steelers and have that opportunity. I remember watching the AFC North in the battles that they have growing up. And so now to have the opportunity to be around Coach Tomlin, I don't take it lightly at all. And so if the opportunity presents itself for me to be his quarterback, I'll take full advantage of it.
Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers might be in the craziest position of the offseason. Are they going to get Aaron Rodgers? Are they not going to get Aaron Rodgers? Are they going to get Kirk Cousins with the trade? I would assume not. Are they going to go out and get Russell Wilson back? I don't know. They are in a very weird spot. I see a lot of people saying Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe. But things are starting to appeal to Mike Tomlin that, hey, Jalen Milroe has that dual threat appeal where, maybe he underperformed during the regular season this year, but you cannot underestimate his combination of speed, elusiveness, a very strong arm, and if you can get that accuracy a little bit more consistent, this is a guy that can do things that other quarterbacks just can't. A trait that could intrigue NFL teams for dynamic playmakers, guys that can extend plays, guys that can make nothing out of make something out of nothing. And if you pair his athleticism, his playmaking ability with some of the weapons on the team, DK, George Pickens, I don't know, man. That seems like a recipe for success. But Jalen Milroe to the Steelers, although it makes sense, will it happen? There are a lot of other teams that could really be asking for Jalen Milroe. The Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Giants. I mean, the teams go on and on and on that could use a developmental quarterback or maybe even a starter for next season. But it always just seemed like the Steelers was his first choice.
The thing about this process is getting to know a lot of people, and during this process knowing a lot of owners, GMs, position coaches, head coaches, and during that time frame it's so important just to build a relationship, number one, and also talk ball. And I just saw it was a great opportunity to build with the Steelers and had that opportunity. You know, I remember watching the AFC North in the battles that they have growing up, and so now to have the opportunity to be around Coach Tomlin, I don't take it lightly at all. And so if the opportunity presents itself for me to be his quarterback, I'll take full advantage of it.
Now, we have to remember, he still has private workouts, he's going to have some team visits, but right now, Jalen Milroe's pro day kind of reinforces his status as the most elite QB prospect in this year's NFL draft with a very high ceiling, and probably the most important thing overall, the area of growth is still there. You obviously want quarterbacks that can get better and better and better. And you have the arm strength, you can't teach arm strength. You have the athleticism, you can't teach athleticism. What you can teach is accuracy, the ability to throw the football. So, in my opinion, his ceiling might be one of the highest in this year's drafts.
Being able to learn, grow as a player, leadership-wise as well. Just going into my senior year, being a part of the moment where we didn't know exactly who our coach staff is going to be. You didn't know who I was going to be throwing to in a sense. You know, we had 4 returning starters from the last year's offense before we kicked off in 2024. So that's different. You got to be able to understand and communicate with the guy that you have around and grow as a player. And so I definitely think that my time at Alabama has catapulted me to be where I'm at today.
Whoever ends up getting Jalen Milroe is going to get an absolute dog, someone who has incredible talent right away, but the ability to improve over time is probably one of the most valuable things that you can get in a quarterback coming into the NFL draft. I think the Raiders are going to be very interested. Potentially behind Geno Smith would be perfect. You talk about maybe the Giants if they get Aaron Rodgers, developing Jalen Milroe, right? Being able to draft the Travis Hunter in the first round, go Jalen Milroe in the second. That's a possibility. And then you have the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team who late first round pick or later first round pick, they could easily snag them there.